They are players without a team, but as these Saints free agents saw this week, they have no shortage of teammates.
And for one, these are my teammates, and they have been since I got to the NFL. And Drew made it very clear when we got, before we started, whether you're technically on this roster or not, you're more than welcome to come. And I live here all year round, anyways, and I was here, and this is just made the most sense for me to come and be around the guys.
And plenty of Streif's fellow free agents apparently felt the same way, because from Darren Sharper to Heath Evans to Jonathan Goodwin, these Saints in waiting aren't waiting for the lockout to end to start working for next season, whichever uniform they might be wearing.
It's just a time to literally just get back to where I need to be successful. And that's pretty much how everybody looks at it. Whether your contract situation is a little hazy or not, all we can do is just continue to get better as a person, and we'll let everything else work itself out.
You start your training the same time every year. You start your dieting the same time every year. So obviously being a free agent in this market is obviously different than in years past. But, it's good to have options, and I'm kind of at that point in my career where, we'll see what comes my way.
I think it just shows a lot about the leadership of this team. Even when we could be sitting at home separate doing our own things, they still want to get together and stay together as a team. So you got to love the leaders on this team, and you got to love everybody on this team for, just having a great work ethic.
Now, it might seem like a bit of a risk for the free agents to be working out here, but they are quick to point out they'd be doing this anyway.
Well, yeah, we've been doing this. David Thomas and I have been over at Country Day and Simply Fit over there in Metairie running and doing different things. So, you're doing it anyway. It's just good to be with the guys. Well, the idea was really kind of bred last year. We knew this was coming down the pipe. So I think with the great leadership we have on this team, it was the idea of, hey, let's get this thing started early. And so it's been planned for months.
It's been the same thing I've done every offseason. You got to go and get in shape for the offseason program anyways. You can't show up day one and go and run. It'll tear you up. So, I've been working out. I've had a trainer for the last 2 months, and it's just kind of been business as usual.
And while some free agents elected to skip these workouts, if they do again don the black and gold, rest assured there won't be any lingering animosity from their Saints teammates.
Some guys are in different situations and aren't going to be here, and that's understandable. And it's not like we're going to take a list to the principal's office when it's all said and done. But you can see that a lot of guys believe that this is something that's real positive.
Those free agents that were at Tulane this week and do return to New Orleans when the lockout ends not only won't be on the principal's list, but may get extra credit for making themselves better Saints even when they weren't technically Saints. In New Orleans, Paul Boron for CST Tonight.